It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of The Mike Prince Show. Our daily mission is to bring you news that you can use. You can follow us on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. The website, obnradio.com, and the 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's episode. Well, the results are in, and the people have spoken. Shaquille O'Neal falls short to Hakeem Olajuwon as being the people's choice for the need of a big man. Hakeem, 80% with the vote, saying they would take Hakeem Olajuwon over Shaquille O'Neal. Not that Shaquille O'Neal was a slouch, but when you compare apples to apples, I and 80% of those who were polled believe that Hakeem just brought a little bit more to the mix. Now, I do know because we're based out of Texas, that might have some of the influence on why the vote went the way it went. But regardless, I didn't have a dog in the hunt. I just always thought Hakeem was slightly better. But that was fun, and thank you guys for participating. We always have some type of poll going on throughout the course of the week to help stimulate conversation, if you would. And speaking of stimulating conversation, it is still buzzing throughout the air on how COVID has adjusted the fall sports. We know that on the record now, all FBS conferences will be in motion toward football. Some FCS conference, in particular that of the Southland Conference, are coming to a conclusion of the teams that competed in the fall. Stephen F. Austin, Houston Baptist, as they will not be participating in the spring events that are scheduled to start in February, which leads to a question. We know that multiple conferences have experimented with spring football. USFL, XFL, AFL, all of these side components of football in comparison to the NFL. Some with some marginal success, some just flat out bombed. The XFL has been purchased by The Rock relatively inexpensively for $15 million. And they're going to try to reboot XFL Point 3 in 2022. The question is it worth it? Will it work? And why has it not worked in the time slot? We know that going head to head, the XFL or any other football league would not survive. But there's something that is magical or at least appealing about spring football. It's even been suggested that maybe, just maybe, some FCS programs, in particular that of the MEAC and the SWAC, would think about going full-time spring football in the future and beyond, which would leave a big gap. Who would they play against? You can only play each other for so long. Where would your money games come from? So I think that was more wishful thinking than anything. But spring football, is there a marketplace for it? And if so, how long of a season do you think it should be? I don't think you can get a 10-game, 16-game season as you would with your traditional fall setting. If you're going to do a spring football setting, I personally think you might have to have a 6 or 8 game schedule, 10 max, but then an 8-game schedule with a 3 to 4 week window for your playoff and your championship games. Just me speaking off the top of my head. And I think it's something that you should not try to operate in cities that already have professional football teams. That's where I think some of the challenge would be. You might have a market of 8 or 10 teams or so that you could strategically fit that does not have a professional presence, which would give you growth room for the league to exist. And I think another thing that would probably help, you're going to have to try to get some more regional deals as far as television coverage that could help offset some of your expense, but still keep you in the media's scope of vision for coverage. I, being a radio guy, I think you have a national radio presence with some regional television / cable presence could be a good formula. But we'll see how all that works out. So the question is, would you prefer if the Southwestern Athletic Conference, MEAC, and a couple other conferences got together and say, hey guys, let's have a roundtable to discuss a spring football series? Would you be for that? Do you think it would work? Will there be TV dollars willing to be put up for the advancement of this unique design of football competition? As the old Tootsie Roll commercial would say, the world may never know. I would love to hear from you. The 24-hour message line is 713-570-6736. You can call in, leave your thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns about this subject or any other subject that you would like to discuss. You know, Football Friday is coming up, and we got some things in line for that. We have a dynamic show scheduled for Sunday Night Live. For those who are unaware, you can join us here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Sunday evenings, for the live edition of the Mike Prince Show. We'll have our recaps of the weekend that was in the world of local high school football coverage. We'll give you scores and highlights only like we can here from the Open Mic. So be sure to join in, tell someone about the 6 p.m. Central Standard Time start for the Mike Prince Show. Don't forget to visit our website, obnradio.com. Become a listening partner. Help undergird and support our cause in motion. The time has come where I must exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thanking you guys so much for joining in. Don't forget the Twitter handle is at the Mike Prince Show. I've got to go. You guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.